Hello everybody, this is the Plays Games, and today we're playing Invasion. I'm gonna teach you guys the best way to deal with invasions. Just here we got four guys here, Forced Induction, Syrup, Tatsulu, and me. We're all above 8,500 power score. We all have crickets or wasps. We all have very heavy tank tracks, heavy cabins, we all have like 14, 15 energy. All have those very happy builds. The first thing I gotta explain about this mode is what exactly is invasion mode. Invasion mode, you have to destroy 3 leviathans that are trying to destroy this pump jack. As you can see, the guy with the yellow name that was driving past here for a moment. It's now right there. That is this guy, Genic Super in this case, is a leviathan. Leviathans are player made. So they change. Every match you should get a different one every time. This one has a lot of cannons in front, as well as some turret-mounted cannons on the side, which are pretty powerful. But the way we use the crickets, the amount of raw firepower we got is just so high. We will destroy them pretty easily. You have to think there are 3 of these we have to destroy. It takes a while. But in a team like this, there's not really a problem. So basically what you want to get for invasion, you want to get a few crickets out on as high power score as possible vehicle. There goes the second one. That was a rather easy one actually. I know the specific build. That specific build actually carries some fuel barrels on the side, which is one of the most important things you should not do. Also, a tip for Leviathans, especially for, take an example, this one. Make sure A, your Leviathan can move, and B, it has a radar. Radar increases the firing range of your Leviathan. So basically, these guys cannot, this guy won't fire at me because I'm simply out of his range. However, I can still shoot at him. And yes, there are some little AIs, but some machine guns, but they do so little damage, I'm literally just ignoring them. Because we all have above 1500 health, and you don't really notice that there's some small light machine gun shooting at them. The Steel Tyrant just got degunned, so we're all moving in right now for the kill, and it should be over pretty quickly. You see, this thing is huge with a lot of these side-mounted armors. This one is actually made by the developers. All Steel Tyrants are made by the developers themselves, so as a challenge. Also, you should look at this reward. I gain 39 copper for a single one. This 39 is this 39 copper, so thanks to the fact that I'm actually 10,000 power score. And Syrup actually gets 42, for example, and Forced Induction gets 36. You get 3 extra copper for every 1000 power score you're in. So that is the main reason why I do not want to go with a 3000 in a match like this. Because anyway, with 3000 you will not have enough firepower to even win these. These are, as said, the end game grinding grounds for players with enough experience and leveling power to actually get up in this class. This one, by the looks of it, has a lot of autocannons. Autocannons are pretty powerful, but are not as powerful as the cannons. So this one should be rather easy. So far, this grinding day, we only saw different first ones, but the second and third one are pretty much the same. Second one we pretty much want it killed pretty much every time because of the amount of fuel barrels he has on the side. So he didn't really do. Yeah, it's the same again. Same one. Just launch rockets and there he goes. Got a 3700 damage hit purely on his cabin. So that goes a long way. Let's keep it at that. Gonna explain a little bit about my build in the meanwhile. As you can see, not much left of actually front side, but I might be slightly in range, so back up a little bit. Anyway, this thing is purely made for invasion. I'm not gonna take it into any other type of battle. It has a Spectre machine gun and 2 cricket launchers up the top. And it has a lot of frontal armor, because basically all the damage is pretty much coming from one source, the Leviathan. Because these guys are just swarming around you, they don't really do anything. Sometimes they have a tendency to hug you, but nah, not really a problem. So that's why I got all my armor in the front. I also use 4 tracks because that's the most efficient way for me to use my parts, because I only have 55 parts to make a vehicle this size. These 50 parts I simply use to get enough frontal armor up so I can take some hits, get the tower up, and then use the tracks. Also, a trick that I learned here is the use of radios. Radios are have 80 power score per part, so they can be used to pump up that power score to like 10,000 or higher. However, only do this if you know you're powerful enough to deal with the weakened armor that also comes with the use of the radios, because the radios are rather weak armor parts, so you kind of want to use different kind of armor parts if possible. But in my case, I simply got this. Oh, I saw some rockets and auto cannon shots, so he's coming from the left. He spawns so that he immediately starts shooting at the freaking tower, which is a downside of this mode. If you're unlucky, you can have a moment where the Leviathans can spawn really weirdly and they immediately barrage the tower and it just nukes the tower. A few matches ago, didn't record, however, was the one that had a few crickets in the front and immediately barraged the tower, and it literally just one burst killed that entire tower, and we instantly lost. There goes that one again. It's really just one of the easiest Leviathans. It does help to have such an easy Leviathan because it does speed up the time. Back up, back up, back up, back up, back up, back up. That one you do not want to get close. It has redshirts all over the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, around 8 or so. These redshirts, maybe more. And then once you get close, you'll just simply get nuked. I might show it sometime, but I'm not really feeling like that. I don't really want to suicide such thing. Just show off how powerful some of these Leviathans can be if they get close. That was out. Guts out and move in. Shoot ammo. Because this thing also has a lot of ammo stored pretty close to the cabin, and it does make it so you can just get decomposed of the vehicle pretty quickly. You can see just the amount of missiles that are coming from the 3 or 4 of us is just pretty intense. You do not get that many experience points for this mode, however you do get a lot of copper. Just a while ago I sold 300 and now I'm good enough to sell another 300. Sell 1. Sell 2 boxes of those. And ready up again. We're just so in the meanwhile we're just continuously grinding this. I think we've played around 15 or so matches so far. I already refueled 2 times for this. Lols. I just said I was recording and he literally just, I was saying say hi to the camera and that's who it was, like, hi camera. As you can see in the bottom left. Also, if you can see, this one does have the engagement range in comparison to the last Leviathan I was fighting. You can see that this one has more range because of the fact that this one probably uses a radar of some kind. Having radars on Leviathan really is something really important, because without them you do not have the engagement range, and people like us can literally just outrange the Leviathan you meet and receive little to no harm. Because here, my allies here are mostly unscathed, but I am very damaged. I see a radar pop moving right there. This one is immobile, so I got a feeling that this one is the Leviathan again, because we so far only got the same Leviathan. Continue degunning the Leviathans. Should be a problem. Again, it becomes really easy once you know how to use vehicles like this, what kind of parts you should use, and all the other little stuff. And down he goes again. $39 more copper. It's really just the same every time. I'm gonna check the market for a gun if I can get my hands on it. 589. Don't have enough just yet. Five of them. These. Just continue the grind. This part I'm just gonna commentary on the Leviathans themselves. I'm not really gonna explain anything else about the Leviathans, how everything works, because you should already know how everything works by now. That look at the well, I can say the radar blip that is blast is most of the time the Leviathan. So always make sure that at least one of you guys has some kind of active radar. Not the passive radar like Syracuse is the one that rotates, but the one that's static and doesn't move. Because the static ones can detect enemies from behind cover, so they can see the entire map. Well, these guys can only see anything that's in direct vision. They get that little red arrow right there. It only pops up if you're in radar range, so it highlights basically your targets. But that one only does it with the targets in range, in visual sight. Well, mine does it just inside, just in your radar range. Any target, doesn't matter which one. There he goes again. Really, it's a nice build for us, because it does speed up our grinding, so we do not have to like destroy 2 Leviathans before the 3rd one, because right then it would be taking much more time, would like taking just as much time to take out the 1st one, pretty much, and we would be waiting for that. steel armor is almost destroyed. Almost. Degunned. And boom in. Shooting the ammo barrels with my Spectre. This is a lot of break time, so I'm gonna end the recording right here. I hope you guys enjoy this little well, not really live stream, but some kind of gameplay more than the guides. Please comment down below what you thought about the action and this gameplay instead of the guides, and if you want me to continue to play just the game instead of only doing guides. Thanks all for watching, and see you guys all later. This was the Gamemodes Games, and out.